Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the FH-1 Hunter in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now this thing is on sale this week for 40% off, which is a pretty good discount. It's probably the best discount that we're ever going to get on the FH-1 Hunter. So if you guys are interested, make sure you pick one of these up this week. Now you're going to have to own a hanger in order to own the FH-1 Hunter, but let me tell you, hangers are also 40% off this week. So now is the time to buy both of these things. It's going to save you a lot of money, and the FH-1 Hunter is one of the best helicopters in the entire game, and we're going to be customizing it today, and I'm going to be taking it for a little review outside as well. As you guys can see, I've already got an FH-1 Hunter here. I just bought this one for the review, so we're going to get into it right now. Starting off, of course, with the armor. We're going to go all the way up on that. It's going to help to protect this thing against bullets from you know, AI or NPCs that you're shooting at, players as well. It's even going to protect against explosives a little bit better, not much, but a little bit better, so that is good. For countermeasures, we got a lot of different things we can do here. We got smoke that we can add, we got flares, and of course we got chaff. Now from what I hear, chaff is the best. I also hear flares are pretty good too. I personally am a chaff guy. I don't really use my countermeasures all that often. I feel like I mostly get shot down before I get a chance, but I have heard that chaff is better. So if you know anything about this in the comments, let me know, of course. Now for the engine, we're going to upgrade this all the way because that means this thing is going to accelerate a little better. It's going to climb a little faster, so that's nice. For handling, I personally like to go for race handling. It allows me to turn the helicopter around a little bit quicker, you know, and aim at things that I need to aim at a little faster. So, you know, if you don't like super responsive handling, race handling is not going to be for you. You're probably going to want to go for smooth or maybe sport. Sport is a good in-between. Smooth is like a little bit better than stock, and stock is just kind of like slow, and it'll kind of feel a little bit bulky and kind of stupid, but I personally like race handling, so that's what I've gone for here. Now for the livery, we do have a few options here. They're kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed. I hadn't customized the FH-1 for a long time, and there's not really that much you can do. So we got the shark teeth. We got the shark teeth with the bat, and of course adding on the eye. We have the jungle camo with shark teeth and the bat on the side here. Got the shark teeth with the wolf camo here, or with the, no, sorry, not the wolf camo, the wolf on the livery as well. We got the wolf with the desert camo. Now we have forest camo just by itself with nothing else on the helicopter. We got the wilderness camo, which is a little bit different than forest, with the teeth and the bat, of course. And then we got the storm camo with the teeth and, of course, the wolf. Now, I don't typically go for like the storm camo or anything like that. I think what I'm going to go for here is the shark teeth with the wolf. I don't really like the camo options on this heli. I just feel like it doesn't really fit very well, so I just leave it off. Now, we could go for something crazy. We could go for like the crew color or something for the color, but I personally think the desert tan looks really good. Dark earth is also nice. Olive drab is cool. Forest green, foliage green, all of these are pretty good. Just green itself is pretty good as well. Can of course go for something a little crazier if we want to, but I'm not really feeling it too much. Light gray honestly is pretty good looking, I feel like. I think the color that I'm going to go for on this one is desert tan though. And for the secondary color, see, we could change it to like a matte black, but I feel like it looks kind of like silly in a way. So light gray is a little bit of a better in between, but we could also just go desert tan. Now by the time you guys are seeing this, my new Out the Mud episode has come out, and this is the exact customization I went for on it, except for the livery is a little bit different, but go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Of course, we have the ability to sell the vehicle here. It goes for $1.1 million with the upgrades I've put on so far, just so you guys know. And for weapons, we have bombs that we can equip on this thing, so you can go explosive, incendiary, gas, or cluster. Explosive are the best bombs. Cluster is good for infantry, like if you're killing players or NPCs. That's what cluster is good for. It has a better like area of effect. It's got a bigger like explosion radius. Explosive is better for taking out vehicles, and it's also good for taking out players. So I'm gonna go for explosive on this one in particular because cluster is a little more expensive, and I feel like explosive is just generally kind of better. Now the most important upgrade of the Hunter is of course the turret. Obviously this is only if you have somebody else to go in your Hunter with you, but the most important upgrade is the gunner explosive turret for 300 grand. This thing makes the Hunter absolutely insane. I'm going to play a clip from the new Out the Mud episode with Nick, and he's operating the gun of this vehicle, and it's absolutely insane. So check this out real quick. Obviously, as you guys can see, the gun is insane. Using the homing missiles to take out the headhunter targets usually takes about 4 to 6 missiles, I'd say. The gun with the explosive turret, one shots. It's crazy good. It'll one shot any player, any unarmored vehicle. It's absolutely nuts, this thing, and it's completely spammable. Like it's automatic, so just crazy. Anyway, we're gonna take the hunter outside. We're gonna do a full review on this helicopter. I'm gonna tell you guys everything there is to know about it that I've picked up while I've been using it. So we're gonna go ahead and head outside right now. All right, so here we are outside in the FH-1 Hunter. The thing, it looks absolutely menacing. It's based off the Apache AH-64 in real life. There's the AH-64D as well. I'm not sure in particular. I don't think this is the D. I think the D actually has a little like ball over the main rotor, but yeah, it's a crazy helicopter in real life. You guys should check it out. There's lots of documentaries and stuff like that about it out there. But we're gonna talk about the FH-1 Hunter. So obviously I've got the race handling equipped. That's gonna allow me to turn this thing super fast. As you guys can see, I can just rotate this thing as fast as I pretty much want. I'd like it to be faster, actually, in fairness, but you know, it's pretty good. Now, a good way if you want to turn the FH-1 Hunter really fast, instead of going side to side, like pressing A and D on keyboard or pressing your joystick side to side, what you can do is you can press D and then also pull back on the other stick, and you can rotate this thing super fast, as you guys can see. And it's pretty precise. It's pretty easy to do. So this is a good way to spin your helicopter around. So I just thought I'd mention that real quick. Now, the Hunter, this thing has crazy armament. Both the driver, or the main pilot, I should say, and the co-pilot get access to some crazy good stuff. Obviously, the co-pilot gets access to that autocannon that I was talking about that I showed you guys a few minutes ago, which is absolutely cracked. And then the driver, or the pilot, gets access to the 7 missile barrage, which is insane. I'll show you guys that on this poor innocent NPC right here. As you guys can see, you spam fire 7 missiles in extremely rapid succession. These are really good for not only just taking out ground targets, but also for aircraft. If you can catch an aircraft coming at you the wrong way and you can fire these in the air, there's a really good chance that you will be able to hit said aircraft with one of the missiles, and that's all it's going to take. That's going to be enough to pretty much take anything down. So you know, this thing really is good, you know, both against ground targets and also against aircraft. Now, honestly, I find that the barrage is a little bit lackluster when it comes to ground targets. Sometimes this thing is not that good. So luckily for us, obviously, as you guys saw, we do have bombs that were equipable on the FH-1 Hunter, which we can use to take out ground targets. Now, these are really hard to aim, I won't lie. I don't know how anybody uses bombs, to be completely fair. They kind of are not my favorite. But they could be worse. Let's just say that for sure, right? So you got those to take out your ground targets as well. And then if all else fails, you can switch from the barrage to homing missiles. Now these I honestly find are a little bit more effective against ground targets, particularly players. I find that the barrage struggles against players and NPCs that are on foot, like the last headhunter target when you blow up the cars. When he starts running, the barrage is not very good at actually taking him out, I find, at least. So, you know, the barrage is not the end-all be-all for ground targets. Of course, we do have these homing missiles. Now, the homing missiles, they do, I feel like they do a little bit more damage, and the area of effect is a little bit better with them, I feel like. So, you know, if you find you're struggling using the barrage, the homing missiles are still very good. So, you know, you can keep that in mind for sure. These are, they're I mean, as you guys can see, they're pretty good. And the other thing that's really nice about the homing missiles is they are spammable. You literally just hold down the spacebar on PC, hold down the A button on Xbox, and I think it's X on the PlayStation version of the game. But as you guys can see, the missiles just keep coming. They do not stop. They just keep coming. This is really effective when you're doing missions like Headhunter or the gang termination contracts within the agency. These spammable homing missiles are really, really good. These missiles also have much better tracking than the Buzzard's missiles. That's another thing that I did notice with the Hunter, especially using it in Out the Mud. The homing missiles have much better tracking on the Hunter than you know, vehicles like the Buzzard or even the Savage for that matter as well. So that's something to keep in mind. So, you know, overall, the FH-1 Hunter, even as a solo player, it's still worth owning, I would say. I've been using it. I was able to grind out $1.5 million exclusively on gang termination contracts and Headhunter, as well as occasionally mixing in hostile takeover as well. And it didn't take me that long. This helicopter is really, really quick. It's got lots of different weapons and different ways to kill, you know, enemies, stuff like that. So, you know, you can make your money back with this thing in not very much time at all. That's what I've found, at least so far. I've almost probably paid off my FH-1 Hunter on my Out the Mud character already, and I've only owned it for about 24 hours at the time of recording this. So I'm going to pay it off really soon. It's a fantastic helicopter. It's super fast. Obviously, you can seat 2 players inside of it as well. It does have its own mini-map icon, which I will tell you guys, it looks like, well, it looks like the FH-1 Hunter from the front. Basically this, but just imagine it on your mini-map. That's what it looks like. So the FH-1 Hunter, absolutely fantastic helicopter. If you guys don't have one of these, you're making a mistake. You need to get one of these while they're on sale. If you can, do whatever you can to do it. It's an absolutely insanely good helicopter. It really is. And if you guys saw the video from the other day where I talked about the top 10 best offensive vehicles, I will not spoil where the Hunter placed, but it did very, very well. So we'll just go ahead and say that. Yeah, guys, FH-1 Hunter for $2.5 million and with hangers on sale, you gotta buy one of these this week. You will regret it if you don't, I promise that. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.